I'm going to be using rice in this recipe, and I chose rice because rice contains exfoliating properties. Rice is known to brighten the skin. It contains a compound called inositol, which helps to reduce the production of melanin, the pigment responsible for dark spot and uneven skin tone. Regular use of rice on the skin can result in a more radiant and even complexion. Rice is also known to lift, tighten, and firm the skin. What I'm going to do with the rice, I'm going to blend it to a powder. So I'm using about a 1/3 cup of rice, placing this in my blender and blend to a powder. And here we have the rice powder. Now this granules is fine enough to exfoliate the skin, to reduce the dead skin cell, to get rid of the blackheads and whitehead from the skin. And now I'm going to put this aside and reach for my second ingredient, which is going to be green tea. I'm using the green tea for its anti-aging properties, help to reduce wrinkles and fine lines, and boosts collagen and elastin in the skin. When mixed with the rice, is going to create a powerful exfoliator to slush off dead skin cells, grease, and dirt from the skin. So I'm going to place the green tea, and I'm using 1 tea bag in a small bowl. If you have loose leaf, go ahead and blend it to a powder. So 1 tea bag of the green tea. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to reach back for the blended rice, and I'm going to take a tablespoon of the blended rice. I'm going to add this to the bowl with the green tea. This combination is a powerful base for your exfoliator. So next, I'm going to reach for some baking soda. And yes, I said baking soda. Baking soda will help to brighten the skin, slush off dead skin cells, clean out those pores, getting rid of the excess sebum from the skin, help the skin to look more polished. So here we have the baking soda, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to add the baking soda to the other dry ingredients, which is the green tea and the rice, and I'm using only a teaspoon of the baking soda. So add the baking soda, and here in our bowl we have 3 dry ingredients: green tea, rice, and baking soda. Now let's put this aside, just give it a stir. Before we do so, keep stirring, making sure to get rid of any lumps that you might find in this. And this is an amazing base for your facial exfoliator. The granules are fine enough to give you a smooth skin scrub. It's not going to irritate the skin, and even if you have sensitive skin, because we mix the baking soda with the rice and the green tea, is going to be making this even more sensitive skin friendly. This is good also to use on not only your face, neck, and décolleté, but you can use this on the entire body. And now we are going to add another ingredient to this. At this stage, you can choose to add coconut oil, which is what I am going to be using, or you can choose to add milk. Okay, I prefer the coconut oil. If you're using milk, go ahead and add a few drops of the coconut oil or any oil that you have. Coconut oil is one of the better oil to use for lightening and brightening and hydrating the skin. When you mix this coconut oil with the green tea, the rice, and the baking soda, it's going to create an amazing facial exfoliator that is good for most skin type. I'm going to use about a tablespoon of the coconut oil in this. Now, if you do not have coconut oil, go ahead and use a little olive oil or any form of oil, grapeseed oil, even a little bit of a soybean oil in this recipe. And today I chose to use the solid coconut oil. Now, you know, I could talk more about the solid and the liquid, because once any coconut oil is at room temperature, it's going to get liquefied. But anyway, when you're mixing this, if you have the solid, it's going to give you a more of a creamy base, kind of a facial scrub. And this scrub is not going to dry your skin out because we're using the coconut oil. So we're going to slowly blend this in. At first, it's going to be more like coarse cornmeal. So don't add more, just keep blending blending it, because the more you blend this in, is the warmer the oil is gonna get, is the softer it's gonna get, and that is how you know it's gonna get to the consistency that we are trying to get to. This is gonna take, depending on when you're using this is going to take about a minute or two to totally blend in. And this is how you want this facial scrub to be. You can see it's not too runny, it's not too dry, it is just a perfect. And this is it, guys. This is your exfoliator. I'm just pinching it for you to see the texture. Perfect texture, perfect texture. Now you can use your hands to apply this, or you can also use it on those little silicone brushes that we offer when you purchase our facial polishers. So this is how you're going to use it, and let me reach for a demonstration for you. And here I'm going to pull one up. This is one that I made a couple of years ago, this demonstration using this. So go ahead and watch, and once you're done, guys, go ahead and leave your comment. Don't forget to visit my store, ALESMAXii.com, where you can find Khichi Beauty skincare products.
The green tea is going to infuse in the other ingredient, and it's going to be more potent, okay? Now, before you apply this facial scrub, remember that you need to start with clean skin. So you're just going to wash your face, just get rid of any form of a makeup that you might be wearing, and then you are ready to exfoliate the face. You're going to take a little bit in your hands, not a lot, and you're just going to rub it in the hands like this, and the oil is going to melt. Okay, you're warming it up, okay? And once it is warmed, you're going to use it to exfoliate the skin. I'm going to use it on just a half a side of my face today. So just exfoliate. And I'm being generous with it, just so you guys could see it on the skin. So just exfoliate the skin. Circular motion. Don't forget the nose. Now this exfoliator is actually good not only for your face, but is also great for the neck and décolleté area. You can basically use this on your entire body. I personally like to use it to exfoliate my hands also. If your hands are looking old and rough and need a pick-me-up, use this to exfoliate your hands. Now after you exfoliate with this exfoliator, I would suggest that you sit with it on the skin for a couple of minutes, probably about 5 to 10 minutes, and let it just soak in the skin. Now after that, you're going to rinse off with some warm water. After rinsing, you're going to pat dry, and then you're going to move on to the next step, which is to apply your favorite facial toner, your favorite serum, or your favorite moisturizer. Now continue to use this facial scrub at least 2 to 3 times per week for best result. Now play around with the base ingredient. Now I use green tea. You can choose to use some avocado. You can choose to use some papaya in this. Just mix the ingredient with other stuff and apply it in your skin, and you're going to be amazed at the wonderful result you get from using this facial scrub. Okay, so continue to use it as I said before. 2 to 3 times per week, and you're on your way to bright, clear, radiant glow.